welcome to Vivacity at home. We're going to do strength and balance today. We'll be working on exercises that are going to help test your balance and work on your strength so that everyday living can be a little bit easier. We're going to start with the warm-up. So to start off with, we need to make sure that we have our stable base. So our shoulders back, piece of string pulling us up to the top. And we look at our feet, make sure they're about hip-width apart with a slight bend in the knee, and we just keep nice and tall. This is the base that we're going to need all the way through the session. So if we start at the top, we're going to have a look left and right. Trying to keep everything else still, so our shoulders looking forwards and our hips looking forwards. And then as you come back to the middle, have a look at the ceiling and have a look at the floor. The ceiling and the floor. Then we're going to move down to our shoulders, sweeping our shoulders forwards, up, back and down. So nice big circles. So for the session today, we're going to be using a band and we're going to be using dumbbells. You can choose which ones you would like to use in the session. So if you have a band at home, I'll show you the exercises that use a band, and if you have dumbbells, I'll also show you that version as well. Bring your shoulders down, up and down. So we're bringing them up to our ears and down, that we're slicing into that cake. We're just releasing our shoulders here. You might find that everything gets a little bit tense around here, and it's nice to just loosen it off. One last one, and then relax that down. Good. Now, the chair is here all the time, so if you are feeling a little bit unsteady throughout the session, just make sure you've got something to hold on to. It could be a chair, it could be a worktop, anything that's stable and that isn't going to move. We're going to move down to the legs. So we're going to find a spot on the floor, put our toe onto that spot. We're going to lift from the knee and replace from the heel. So we do toe, heel, heel. Each time trying to make sure that we use the same spot for the toe and the heel. And that's going to loosen all the way through our ankles and up our legs. As we do this, try and make sure that our weight is transferred onto this leg, preferably the leg closest to the chair or the stable item that you have. One last one. And we do the same for the other side. So we transfer our weight across onto one leg, we find a spot, put our toe onto that spot, and we replace it with our heel. So we do toe, heel, heel. So everything in our body should start to feel a little bit looser now. One last one. Perfect. Find that nice stable base again. And we're going to do trunk twists. Now for this one, I will face the item that you have to hold on to. You can cross your hands if you want to, or you can hold on to something that's more stable. I'm going to show you this way so you can see. We're going to keep our hips facing forward. So if you imagine you've got two headlights onto your hips, and they can't move, they need to keep still as we rotate the top of our body. And this should be working all the way through the spine. Now you will find that your shoulders are going to want to come up. We want to bring them back and down, keeping them nice and low. The length between our ears and our shoulders as big as we can. Keep thinking about this throughout, because they will slowly creep up. One last one. Okay, so now we're going to go into a march. Now just a little march here. We're going to start to bring up our heart rate a little bit. Now as we're marching, we want to keep nice and tall, shoulders back, holding that belly in. And we're going to try and do opposite hand to opposite leg. And you can either keep it to my pace, or you can do a pace that's suitable for you. Same with all of the exercises that we do today. So this should be a level 1 march, which is just lifting your feet just a little bit off the floor. And it gives us a chance to really concentrate on that opposite arm, opposite leg. Keeping those arms moving, because they are our motors to drive us forwards. Okay, relax that down. We're going to toe taps. So we're going to tap to the side, one side, transfer the weight, then we're going to go to the other side. Keep it nice and tall as we change legs. So what we're doing here is we're just working on transferring the weight from one side of our body to the other side of our body. It's also warming our hips up as well. And possibly bringing our heart rate up just a little bit as well. So again, keep it nice and tall as we toe tap across. Good job. I think we're ready for level 2. So we're going to find that stable base, and then we're going to go back into a march. Now as we're marching this time, we're going to try and lift our toes up and over a curve side step. Again, opposite hand, opposite leg. And it should be bringing us our heart rate up just a little bit more this time. And this is what we call our level 2. So we're going to go all the way up to level 4 during this session. But if at any time it becomes that little bit too much for you, then just keep it down, keep it to a level that's suitable for you. Good job. Okay, so we're going to stand still, feet hip width apart. We're going to do toe taps out to the side. And we're going to take it up a level by doing same arm, same leg, out to the side. Now, as you start to get going with this, you might find this a little bit tricky. Once you get the hang of it, it's fine. Again, you can hold on to something if you want to. Have it in front of you, so it looks like this. So we think we're ready for a challenge here. Stand still. Now try to do opposite hand to opposite leg. How well did you find that transition? Good job. If you're struggling with bringing your arms in, just relax them down again. And again, we should feel the hips start to get a little bit warmer. Keep them with that opposite arm, opposite leg. Relax and back into a march. So we're going to take that march up another level to level 3 if you feel comfortable to do so. This should be as if we're stepping up a step. So keeping those toes lifted, we're going up as if we're going up the stairs at home or any stairs that you might think of. Keep it nice and tall. That piece of string completely all the way up to the top. And we're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. Really focus today on that height of the step. And if at any time, take it back down to a curve if you would like to. If you feel that you're getting too out of breath. You should be able to have a little conversation with me and talk to somebody else that may be in the room. That's the kind of level that we are looking for. It might be having little breaks in that conversation, but it shouldn't be so hard that you can't talk. Really good job. Now relax. So what we're going to do is our toe taps again. And we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to do both arms. So what we call a half star. Now we're almost at the top of the mountain that we're going to be climbing today. So you will find that your heart rate's up. If it's up too much, take it down a level. And if you feel like it could go a little bit more, try to go a little bit quicker. All the time. If you need to hold on, hold on at any point. You don't have to use your arms. Just go a little bit quicker with the legs. Good job. Let's go back into a march. So we're still at level 3. We're going to be right at the peak and go into level 4. And we're going to try and do as high steps as you can go. So it might be that you really need to hold on for this one, because it's going to really test your balance. So 10 seconds at level 4. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back down to 3. Now if that's becoming too much for you, don't worry about it, stay at level 3, as long as the heart rate's up. But if you do feel like you can do one more with me, we're going to go again in a second. Ready? 10 seconds, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax that down. So we're still level 3. We're still at quite a hard level. Picking those feet up and over a step. And let's begin to bring it down again. So we're going to toe tap out to the side. Hold on to something if you need to. Remembering the chair is always there. If I was doing this at home, I'd have the chair in front of me. It's just not here today, so you can see what I'm doing. Both arms out. Picked up a heart rate now. And then march, let's take it down to a level 2. So we're looking for a curved sides of our step again. Remembering all the time, keeping those toes lifted up. And we're not dragging them. That's where we're likely to have a fall if we want to trip over something. So let's really focus today on lifting those toes, working on those muscles. That's going to help us. Opposite hand, opposite leg, keeping nice and tall. Belly's tucked in, holding that core. Good job. And then relax, find that stable base. Toe tap to the side. You should be feeling the heart rate's coming down again now. Remember all the time we can hold on if we need to. And we can slow down the pace. And then relax it into our final stage, level 1, just little steps. That was what we call our huff and puff section. That's where we get our heart rate up just a little bit. And that's where we work on our endurance, which is going to help us to be fitter. It might be a while since you've been able to raise your heart rate, so that might be hard. And the more you do this video, you'll be able to take it up another level and another level. Maybe that you do level 2 just to begin with, then build it to level 3 and level 4. Just do whatever's suitable for you. But each time, just try and work that a little bit harder, but in your own level. Remember, all this time you should be able to have a conversation, and maybe there's got breaks in that conversation, but if you can't talk, you're doing it a little bit too hard. Okay, relax. Find that stable base. We're into our balance section now, so this is where we're going to really start to work on that ankle strength, and you may find throughout this part of this session, you are a little bit wobbly, so really make sure you've got something to hold on to. That wobble's fine. That's just our body training with the balance, and it's helping it to become that little bit more stronger in that area. So the first one that we're going to do is a one-leg stand. Now, if I show you from the side, you're going to hold on, you're going to transfer the weight across, so we transfer it across the leg that's not going to be lifting, so the standing leg, and we lift up the other leg, keeping our knees together. We're looking for a right angle here. If you don't have a right angle, it's just starting here and then slowly bringing it up as you feel more comfortable. You may find that you can only do this for a little bit, and you might just be lifting it up. But each time, just try and hold it that little bit longer. And it's just learning to trust the weight going through one leg and having that little bit of a wobble in your ankle, but it's helping the stability. Twist to the other side. Lift up the leg, knees together, shoulders back, holding that core. The core, imagine it as a tree trunk. If that's nice and strong and stable, we're going to be as well. If that's loose, we're going to be flopping around, and that's not what we want from that. Perfect. Okay, this time, we're going to try it again. We're going to make it a little bit harder. Do make sure you are holding on for this part. As we lift up the leg, I want you to close your eyes for as long as you feel comfortable. Now you'll find that when you close your eyes, you're taking away one of your senses and you start wobbling around a lot more. This is where it really shows that if you look forwards, find something that doesn't move whilst you're doing the one leg stand, it makes everything a lot easier. Open your eyes when you're ready and try the other side. So we transfer the weight across, we lift the leg, and we hold. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If you don't, that's fine. It's something to build up to. And then open your eyes and relax down when you are ready. So the next exercise is going to be working to work on the transfer of our weight over our body, because you may find that if we stumble or if we need to go around somebody in the street, we need to really work on that transferring of weight. So take your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, at a nice stable base with our knees bent, shoulders back. And what we're going to do is we're going to sway. So we transfer the weight from one side to the other side. Transfer your weight up to one foot, then the other foot. And what it might feel like here is that we're on a boat, and we're just rocking from side to side. Weight from one foot, then the other foot. And this will really highlight the need to have our weight through both of our feet. If you feel any pain during any of these exercises, do stop. Don't push yourself too much, but just trying to keep a nice level so that we can get stronger each time that we do it. Lovely, relax. Find the balance between your feet again. And we're going to look at swaying forwards and backwards now. Again, do make sure you've got something to hold on to. We don't want to be lifting our heels or our toes. We just want to be keeping our feet flat, but we're transferring the weight to the front of our foot, then to the back, front, and back. One last one. Front, back, find your middle point, stand still. Lovely. So that's what we're going to do, is that balance that we need again when we are walking. So it's what we call our flamingo swing. We lift the knee up, we bring it up in front of us, and we take it out to the back. So you'll feel this in your glute muscles. So we bring it up and back. Up and back. Up and back. So we're not swaying our body like we were before. We're keeping that nice, stable core, and our piece of string fingers up to the top. We're just highlighting that balance that we need when we are walking. Once you've done that breath, transfer your weight over to the other foot. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So as the knee comes up, you'll feel it in the front of the leg, and as it goes back, you'll feel it in the glutes, our build muscles. One last one. Perfect. So, next we're going to do is our squats. Now, this is a bit further on from when we do a sit to stand. So, if you're not feeling too comfortable with a sit to stand, do just come back to your chair. I'll show you from the front, and just practice standing and sitting down. We will be coming to this exercise in a minute, but if you're struggling with squatting, then this is the option for you from there. So to about where we would sit on a chair, and then we're going to come back up again. Keeping your weight through your heels. We don't want our weight on our toes for this part. So as I can't see you, you just need to go to the level that's comfortable for you. Okay, let's do one more. And back up. Lovely. So we're now into the strength part. So we're going to be seated. I'm going to get a band for this part. Now, if you have a resistance band at home, just need to get that out. And if you have dumbbells, you can do the exact same exercises as what I'm doing. When I hold onto the straps, just imagine they're your dumbbells. So we're going to take the band over our hands. We're going to pull the bands apart. If you've got dumbbells, we're just going to place the dumbbells in our hands just like this. We pull it apart, we bring it into our belly button, we squeeze the shoulder blades back. Imagine there's a penny between our shoulder blades, and then we come forwards and we relax. We pull the band apart, bring it into our belly button, squeeze the shoulder blades back, forwards, relax. Pull, in, back, relax. Pull, in, back, relax. Pull, in, back, relax, pull, in, back, relax. Give that a little bit of a shake. Now with this again, with all the exercises that we do here in the strength section, do as many as you feel comfortable doing. If you can, do 2 sets. If you need to have a rest, that's fine. And build it up the next time that you do the video from here. So we pull the bands apart, bring it into our belly button, we squeeze the shoulder blades back, we come forwards, and we relax. Pull the band apart, into our belly button, squeeze the shoulder blades back, forwards, relax. Pull apart, into the belly button, squeeze the shoulder blades back, forwards, relax. 2 more. Pull apart, in, back, relax. One last one. Pull, in, squeeze, back, relax. We're going to do a bicep curl, so we're going to be working the muscles at the front of the arm. Now, depending on how long your band is, so I've got quite a long band, I can put it under both feet. If you have a shorter band, just put it under one and have it just like this. And if you've got dumbbells, just have it in your hand, keeping your elbows on tight. We're going to do both sides. This. We have our shoulders back all the time while we're sitting on a chair. Make sure that we're not leaning back on the chair, we're using that core to keep us upright. So there should always be a gap between your back and the back of the chair. We keep our elbows in tight and we pull up and down. Now you can do one side and then the other side, depending on your strength today. Or you can do both arms at the same time. And if you're finding that it's hard, just have a little bit more slack in the bands. And if you find that it's too easy, try and take your feet apart a bit. And that will really test your strength a little bit more. Good job. Relax down. That should be working the front of the arm. Give that a little bit of a shake. This is the muscles that we need if we were to pull the kettle, if we were to just lift anything up, we use these muscles here. Now as our muscles work in pairs, the next exercise is going to work the tricep. But for now, we're going to do our bicep curl again. So elbows in tight, pull up and down again. Try not to have any wandering elbows. Really try and focus on keeping them into the ribs. And try not to pull the back. Keep the back nice and steady and straight. Good job. Okay, so we're going to do tricep. I'm going to show you from the side for this one. Now again, you can have the band position exactly the same, or the dumbbells in the hands again. And what you're going to do, you're nice and tall, take the arm. Have straight back behind you. When you're in this position here, that's where you should feel the back of the arm working. So we pull it back and forwards. Now having arm strength is a really good thing to be able to have. It helps us to get out of chairs, it helps us to lift our shopping, all sorts of things that we do every day. And the stronger that we are, the easier it makes those. One more. Good job. And you don't have to be sideways like me. I'm just showing you so you can see what it looks like. Let's do the other side now. So we come here and we pull back and behind us and forwards. Again, keeping the arm close to the body and keeping nice and tall. And you can keep the same pace as me, or you can go at your own pace. Last one. Perfect. The next exercise then that we're going to do is our wrist strengthener. Now this is going to help us if we're to open the jaws, if we're to hold on to anything really, or shopping. That's the strength that we're working on now. If you have a band, just fold it just like this, or if you have a dumbbell, place it one hand on top of the other hand. If you have a dumbbell, we're going to squeeze as tight as we can. And if you have a band, we're going to squeeze and then add in a twist as well. So it's like we're rinsing out a dishcloth. So we squeeze and twist if we can. And then we relax. We squeeze, twist, back, relax, squeeze, twist, back, relax, squeeze, twist, back, relax, one more, squeeze, twist, back, relax. Good job. Okay, the last one that we're going to do while we're sitting down, we're going to wrap, if you have a band, you're going to wrap it around the legs. If you don't, if you just have 2 dumbbells, just place them at the side of your knees. You want our feet hip width apart, keeping them nice and tall. I'm going to use the resistance of the bands, and we're going to push. So we're going to use our knees, we're going to push out to the side and come back again. So what we should be able to do is feel here the hips working. So if I show you, we pull out and back in again. So keep it nice and tall. Out and back in again. Try to keep our feet flat on the floor. I wasn't doing that there. We pull out and back in. Out and back in. One more. Out and back in. Lovely. Give your legs a bit of a wiggle. And we're going to do that one more time. So you pull out and back in. Out and back in. Out, back in. Out, back in. 2 more. Out, back in. One last one. Out and back in. Perfect. So we don't need the bands anymore, so you can put that away, or you can put it to the side. And somewhere we're not going to trip over, same with if you have the dumbbells. Come again to the front then of your chair when you're ready. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up our toes. So our toes tap, and then they go out to the side. So our toes tap, and they go out to the side. And what you should be feeling here is that it's working the muscles in our ankles. Toe tap, out to the side. Now this is a tricky one, so if you haven't done this one, just do a couple, build your way up, because you will feel it working. One last one. Perfect. Okay. Feet hip width apart. We're going to do our sit to stands. So for this, we need to work on that rock. We touch our toes, we come back up. Touch our toes, come back up. This is going to help us, so if I show you from the side, it's going to help us to be able to drive us up. A lot of people will try and get up in this position here, and that's really, really hard. So just working on that swing gives us the momentum to be able to drive up when you're ready. Try not to use your hands. See if you can not use your hands. And if you do have to use your hands, try to use less and less each time that we do a sit to stand. So we shuffle to the front third of the chair. We take our nose, we swing forwards, we bring it over our knees, and we come up to standing position. We pump our feet at the top. We find the back of the chair, and we really slowly sit down again. Now that slowly sitting is just as important as standing. We don't want to be springing down, because we need to work with the same muscles as going up and down again. Let's try again. So we swing forwards, pump the feet at the top, come back to the chair. If you're finding this easy, the next thing you can do is almost sit on the chair and then stand up. If not, we can just slowly lower ourselves down. Okay, shuffle forwards to the front third of the chair, nose over knees, drive ourselves up, pump. A good tip here is to try and do this, maybe in an ad break on the TV. Just helps to keep your legs strong. Just do 5 every day if you can. And you'll see that it will become so much more easy. Swing up, pump those feet, come back, find the back of the chair and lower yourself down. And one last one. Shuffle forwards, nose over knees, drive yourself up, pump those feet, and then come back again. And then slowly bring yourself down. Good work. We've worked our muscles quite hard in that session. You should be able to feel that we've worked our back, we've worked our arms, we've worked our legs, we've worked the whole body really. So we will be doing some stretches in a second to cool everything down. But what I am going to show you is some exercises to help getting up and down off the floor easier. We're going to start by coming up around the back of the chair for this one. We're going to work on that lunge. And that lunge is really important, and it's something that if we can practice this as much as we can, it will make reaching down to the cupboards easier. It will make it, if we end up on the floor, we need to use our legs to power us back up again. So it's really, it may be a hard exercise to do, but it's such an important exercise if you can do it, to do it. So imagine we're on train tracks. We're going to take one leg forwards. Always have something to hold on to. We're going to come back onto that back knee, and we're going to come down. Keeping nice and tall, and we're going to come down. Now, how far you can come down is wherever you feel comfortable. So it might just be a little one, and we keep working to come down and down. What we are eventually aiming for is a right angle at the front. I'll show you back here a bit. Right angle at the front and a right angle at the back. But we just keep going until we get that. Now if you do find that you've got any pain in your knees, please stop. And just wait till we do the next exercise. We'll skip to the cool down. One last one. Perfect. And then swap over sides. So we do exactly the same, but on the other side. You might find that you've got one leg stronger than the other. That's fine. It's really important that we have our feet on train tracks and they're not on a line. It's going to help us with our steadiness. 2 more. One last one. Good job. Right, shake those legs through. And let's go into a march. Let's start to cool everything down. Opposite hand, opposite leg. What we're doing here is we're getting the blood flow back through the body. Getting all the oxygen back to the muscles that we've just been working. Now we'll just start to slow it down just a little bit. Just bring that heart rate down. Let's do some stretches. So, if I am behind my chair, the first one that we're going to do is we're going to have a look again, left and right, just like we did in the warm-up. Keeping our hips and our shoulders still, we're just turning the head. And have a look forwards, have a look at the ceiling, and down to the floor. Ceiling, and down to the floor. And those shoulders moving forwards, up, back and down, so we're doing nice big circles. Remember, you can hold on at any point if you would like to. And taking a big hug out in front of you, so imagine you're hugging a big balloon. So we've got a big circle right in front of us here. And that should be working. You should be able to feel the stretch through the back. Feel those muscles that we worked earlier. And then bring our hands to the back and push our chest forwards. And we'll feel the stretch across our chest. Amazing work. Let's work our wrists a little bit. So take the hand out in front of us and bring the fingers back. Again, with all these stretches, only go to where you feel comfortable. So this might not be as far as me. It might be further than me. But we should feel the stretch all the way down our forearm. Change over hands to the other side. Good job. And then let's circle the hands around. Just giving the wrist a little bit of a work through. And the next exercise, I'll show you two different options. It can be seated or it can be standing. So if we take a step back and we come forwards onto the front knee, pushing that back heel into the floor, what you'll find is it's working this muscle here. And this muscle is one that can get quite tight if you spend a lot of time sitting down. So this is an important one to do. Push that heel back and we lean forwards. Feel that stretch. Try not to bounce, try and hold it still. And then change over legs to the other side. The option here, if you were to do it in a chair, is to have both feet here, push one foot back and push that heel into the floor. And that's working the same muscle from there. We're holding it, looking forwards. Good job. So the next exercise, if we can take a seat in our chair again, remembering all the points that we did before. We take one leg forwards and we tip forwards. And we try not to arch it. We keep a nice straight back and we tip forwards. And what you'll feel is that stretch all the way down the back of the leg. If you find this is quite tight, just only do a little bit and just work over it a little bit more each time that you do it. If we haven't been stretching for a while, this can feel quite tight. And it's just something that just shows us where we need to work. And then the other side. I can feel all my muscles working right now. It was an awesome session. So next one, we lift up the leg, hold the knee and we rotate the ankle around. And what you'll find here is this is loosening the ankle again and it's stretching through the leg. Good job. Change over legs to the other side. Rotate the ankle with the foot round. And then relax. Everybody a bit of a shake. Some good work there. So we're going to do Tai Chi. Now Tai Chi works on our coordination and it helps us to relax at the end of the session. We focus on our breathing. So to start off with, we're going to take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So all the times we go through this, just remember in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to start off really easy. We're going to take a hand that's in front of us. We're going to bring it up to eye level. We're side, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Other side again, so breathe in through the nose as the hand comes up. Turn the hand and push it away as you breathe out. And again, breathe in through the nose and out. Each time watching that hand. Now, keep trying that if you want to, but if you want to make it a little bit harder, we bring in both arms. So for this one, we bring up the hand, we watch it till it comes to eye level, we push the hand away. As that hand comes away, this hand we watch come up as that hand comes down. So that one pushes away, as this hand comes up, that one comes down. So our arms are doing like a figure of 8. Because they're doing opposite to each other, we're really having to work on our coordination. This should help to bring a little bit of calmness for you as you really focus on what's happening now, right in front of us. Remembering, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You might find that you suddenly start thinking about other things and it gets a little bit confusing. Don't worry about that. Just bring yourself back in to where you left off. You can go as slow or as fast as you would like to. Just really focusing on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Another good exercise to be doing, you can just do this one at any time. If you feel that you just want to have a little bit of calmness. Maybe put on some relaxing music as you do it. Maybe you just want a little bit of quiet time. Perfect. And then relax that down. Give your body a shake. It's worked really hard through that session. We've worked our whole body. We've tested our balance. We've tested our strength. And we've done a little bit of huff and puff, so we've worked our endurance to help us get a little bit fitter. Have a look at our other videos on Vivacity at home. You'll find that we've got strength, we've got balance, we've got seated Pilates, we've got all sorts of exercises that you can do and have a go at home. And if you can have a look out for when our classes restart, maybe you want to come and try one of those sessions, you'll be able to find it all on Vivacity at home when they are and where they are, or just contact us for more information. Hope you enjoyed the workout as much as I did, and hopefully we'll see you soon.